It didn't happen.
All right, so we are here with Kaleb Wells, proud member of my Dutch time class here at the high school. Kaleb, good job on your first match.
Thank you.
That was a grind out there.
It was.
Yeah, I don't do well against short people.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because
we brought it up.
We actually talked about it. Your guys' body types were very different. You were much taller and lankier, and he was much shorter and stockier.
So what's your tactic whenever you get into a match against a short guy like that?
I wait till they shoot, and then I just kind of whizzer them out and get points and hold them there.
Okay.
Do you, so my question was, is there benefit in having a longer reach in wrestling?
I mean, whenever we went to conference, I wrestled a guy in Pacific. He was like 6'7". He was big.
Woo.
And he ankle picked me standing straight up.
So he was kind of the opposite of your last match. He was even taller and skinnier than what you are.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it like wrestling somebody on the flip side of that? Was that tough? Was it?
I mean, I wrestled Kale a lot, so before
so
the
you
match,
get some experience.
yeah, they have the same body type, so I'm like, all right, it's just like wrestling Kale. Don't mess this up.
Okay.
Great mentality to go into with.
So we just talked with Hayden, and I found it fascinating. He said he didn't start wrestling until he got into high school, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times in my life, but I feel like I remember when you were in 7th grade in my math class that you were also wrestling then, correct?
Yes.
So how long have you been wrestling?
I think this is my 13th year.
Woo. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't really take it seriously until last year.
Okay.
So you were definitely in the kids club, and you worked all the way through middle school, all the way up to high school? Okay.
So what has that journey been like for you? Has it been, is wrestling something you would recommend to anybody? Is it something that has meant a lot to you? How would you describe your journey?
I mean, it's an experience. I definitely don't recommend 13 years, but maybe middle school and high school will definitely do it.
Okay, okay. And then what has been your favorite part of, not only wrestling in general, but specifically the team you're on now, how the season's going? What do you look forward to every day with wrestling? What is it that keeps bringing you back?
In tournaments or
just in general, what keeps you coming back out to wrestling?
Going to state.
That's the goal?
Yeah. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to, but
okay,
it's definitely worth staying around for.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. And then obviously you mentioned state. Is that the end goal for this season?
Yeah, qualify at the very least, and then place if I can.
Very cool.
That's awesome. So I've asked the other two seniors that we've interviewed what their go-to takedown is. What's yours?
A go-to takedown.
You a single leg? You a double leg? What you got?
I'd like to say a double leg.
Okay. All right. The other guys, they both had one had a single leg with a head dip or something like that, and the other one was a double leg. Hayden he's a straight double leg. He goes for it. So I'm interested to find. Second question I got for you, it's the same one that I asked them. You win the coin toss. Are you going down, neutral? What are you doing?
I prefer to go down because there's a move called the Granby roll I like to do.
Okay.
I keep my feet clear and I flip out and.
Did you do one of those earlier?
I was going to say, I think I remember that.
Okay.
I attempted the first time, but he had my foot trapped, so I'm like, oh, well, this isn't working. So I got out and then did it again. Okay,
see, so I thought you had done it twice in that same move, but it was only once, and the first time was a little bit of a hiccup. Okay, all right, makes sense.
Okay, so now I'm going to have to ask you a few questions to just understand the sport a little bit better. So if you pin somebody, is that 6 points for your team?
Yes.
And then if you win by points?
It's 3.
Now, what is a tech fall? What is that?
It's if you're up by 16 points.
Oh, so is that worth 6 points?
That's 5 points.
Okay, so if you're unable to pin them, but you're able to be up by 16, you get 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question I have for you, your match went 3 periods, correct?
Yeah.
So at some point, you have to be starting to get exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
So
I get tired fast.
So whenever you get to that point, if you look up to the scoreboard and you see that, I'm up in this match, are you just trying to survive it out, or are you still shooting for that pin? Or is it too risky to go for the pin because you're tired, you might get pinned?
I mean, when I'm thinking about it, since I was up by 1 and he was on bottom, like, I'm just going to try to hold him here as much as possible. But I noticed he was getting tired and just letting me work moves on him.
Oh, okay.
So that's when I was pushing it, trying to pin him.
Okay.
Makes sense. And then the last question that I have is, so is every wrestling meet where it starts at the lower weight classes and works its way up?
Not every meet. Some meets will go, so like the starting is 106, but some meets will go to like 126 or 144. I don't know what determines that, but
Okay.
that's just.
Because I feel like it would put more pressure on your later wrestlers
Oh, yeah.
from a team perspective.
Mhm.
So has there ever been a point where you go into a match and you know that for your team to win, you really need to win by pin? Like, winning by points is not going to get it done. And is that a conversation that you have with coaches from a strategy standpoint, or is it just go out there and do your best?
I mean, I've never really had to deal with that personally because I've always been in the middle classes between 165 and 175. But I'd like to assume it'd be pretty terrifying being the one that it's riding on.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would say, that last guy, if you knew, like, hey, this is what determines, I would say that'd be a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, Caleb, senior here at OHS, you're going to be recognized for senior night here in just a little bit. What's the roadmap after high school? What are we doing?
I'm going into the Marines and then
Congratulations.
go to Lynn Tech. I go into the reserves and then do Lynn Tech College for a good little bit,
Okay.
and then try to go active duty after that.
All right,
Very cool,
honorable
Coach.
decision.
Absolutely. We would definitely respect that. Coach Dave and I have some buddies that have gone the Marine route, and I definitely admire the journey that you're about to embark on. That's really cool. Do you have anything that you'd like to leave the viewers with, or leave any younger wrestlers who might be watching this with? Some knowledge from Kaleb Wells.
Some people don't like to even give wrestling a shot, and they think it's easy. It's not easy.
No, I would not accuse it of being easy.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you don't know. It's every day I get told wrestling's easy. One of the easiest sports out there.
Sounds like they need to go put some headgear on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Caleb, thank you, and congratulations on the
appreciate
win, and good luck against St. James.
All right.
Thank you very much, man. All right.